Recording progress.
Gary, cold open question of the week. If you could guest star on any sitcom or television series, which one would it be?
The Boys.
The Boys.
Yes.
Now, you talked about that one already on the podcast here. That's on Netflix?
No, Prime.
Prime Video, that's right.
Prime Video.
Now, would you be like a with being a guest star? So would you be like a villain? What kind of role?
I could pull off one of those, or there's a lot with the politics stuff. So maybe like a senator or something that's trying to. Yeah.
I can see it. So does The Boys take place in America?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So you'd be the senator from Florida.
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Would you have a? Because I know, speaking about this show previously, you have a somewhat of a. Would you be a love interest in the episode?
Probably. Well, actually, no. You know what? There is the one. She is a senator now too. That's going to be running for vice president. So I could see, yeah, maybe.
Oh, so a little interstate.
Oh, something like that. Yeah. Exactly.
No, I was thinking about this question myself this week, and I think I would like to either be on Coach, either as like a sportscaster,
okay,
or maybe like a rival coach, or Mad Men, because that's probably one of my most favorite television series of all time.
I can see that.
So. Yeah. Tonight on the Brian Lennon Show, Vince McMahon retires. Your concert bucket list. We're reading a sneak peek at the 2024 election, the house charts, emo music, and Gary's news of the weird. All right, Gary, I want to start the show off. First, I want to give a shout out to our friend and former roommate, Greg, the Dr. Novak.
Yes, our faithful listener.
So yes, he is our faithful listener. So I want to get to him right at the beginning, and I won't be able to find this, but he sent us. He sent me a very nice message on Facebook this week, and of course, I know I sent it to you, but I want to recognize him, and now I won't be able to find it. Unbelievable. Where does it go?
Let me see if I've got 4,000 text messages and
maybe I should have planned better, but
which one? I have the one might have been the last one you sent me where it says it's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I read that.
So he says it's funny. I've listened to the shows and have found myself laughing out loud. It's nice to know that I'm in the same boat with other men my age. A lot of the topics thus far have touched on things that have been happening in my life over the past several years. You guys are just as entertaining as I remember. Look forward to catching up. Keep up the great work, guys.
Yeah, so we appreciate the kind words, and I think that kind of encompasses everything that we're trying to do with the show. Just have fun, bullshit for a little bit every week, and see how everybody's doing.
Exactly.
I know Greg, because he probably was enjoying the plumbing issue when we were talking about all the house repairs, because I remember maybe 2 or 3 years ago even, they had to like dig up his whole like kitchen floor. There was some sort of issue with a pipe, and they had to like go through the foundation like to dig up this pipe.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, so that's what I'm assuming he enjoyed that. Gary, I'm drinking the Blue Moon Mango Wheat tonight.
Oh, nice. Never tried it. Sounds good.
It's very good.
I am drinking Pepsi.
What? What?
But so, all right.
You're inside.
I'm inside.
1. You're drinking Pepsi.
Yep.
2.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with you tonight, Gary?
Well, first of all, yes, I'm live from Jupiter once again.
Oh, you're back.
I had to go. Yep, had to pick up the kid,
Well,
and
you're
it's kind of rainy and yucky outside, and over here they've got billions of mosquitoes. So like I am just tore up. So I was like, you know what? I'm staying inside tonight. I'm just gonna whatever. Drink wise, I basically drank everything the last couple of days we were here, so I ran out of stuff.
So there's nothing left.
Well, actually, I mean, I could, which I may send the child out to get it. But watching TikTok the other day, this guy's like doing like a thing where if you take a light beer,
Okay.
and mix it with Mountain Dew.
Mm.
So he tried it, and he was like, "Oh my god, this is actually really good." So I'm like, "Okay, these guys drink Miller Lite here a lot, so I am going to test it out." It's actually good.
Really?
It takes away the entire beer taste. I mean, like it's like if and it's not as the Mountain. It kind of neutralizes the sweetness of the Mountain Dew and takes away that complete and total beer taste. Speaking of,
As he sends it.
go grab me. Stop. Go grab me a Mountain Dew and a Miller Lite.
So this is your new thing. It's a Mountain Dew. Now, is it Diet Mountain Dew?
No, it's just regular Mountain Dew.
The Mountain Dew with the light beer kind of seems to negate the light aspect of the beer. But
they kind of neutralize each other because like it's not
Major Melon and it didn't.
Oh, I did try it with the Major Melon one with the flavored one. It was okay, but for some reason just the regular Mountain Dew and a light beer. Now the guy on the second guy that tried it, he was drinking Miller Lite, but the first guy, when he was watching the other guy's video, he was using like Busch Light. So
now for the graduation parties we've had, I've made that punch with Miller Lite, a can of like frozen lemonade.
Okay.
You put that in, then you fill the frozen lemonade can up with vodka. I think it's like 1 part each, so it's 1 part can of light beer, vodka, and the pink lemonade.
Did you make that for?
I made it for
Lucy's.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, it was good. I liked it.
Yeah. I wish I had more because everyone drank it and everyone loved it.
Yeah.
And it's really tasty.
So it must just be
And it's refreshing.
whatever you do with it just like I said with this one, it takes away the like that bitter beer taste, and then it takes away like the real sweetness of the Mountain Dew. And I don't put like I put a whole can of beer in, but then the Mountain Dew I only pour like a little bit or whatever, depending on what kind of cup I'm using.
All right, well, interesting. Let's here we go. Are we gonna get a demonstration?
We're gonna
it's bartending with Gary. Oh, he needs a glass.
grabbing my cup.
All right, so we're gonna have a demonstration.
Hold on.
I can hear you.
There's just I think it's your microphone on top.
What's wrong with it?
Is it rubbing?
Do you hear something?
Yeah. It's as if like a crackle. I had to pull my Yeah. I think for some reason, I think that headphone on your head is still connected and it's interfering with your microphone. So I think it's just, you can't hear it?
No.
So weird. Is it on my end? Oh, wait.
Now something's playing here. What's going on with this now? See, now what's happening with the volume. It's just going down.
Maybe it's me.
Weird.
Oh, wait. Oh, nope. Wait, it's gone. Oh, nope. It's back. I can't hear you now. In the green bag. So you got this one. It's so weird. I don't understand. It's like it's feedback somewhere.
Hold on a second.
All right. See, now it's good. It's not there anymore. It's not my phone, is it? Put my phone away.
How you doing now?
Okay, that's better.
No, I can't hear you. Are you on?
Yeah, can you hear me?
No, I can. All right.
Okay. Jeez.
All right.
Technical
Sorry about
difficulties. Technical
Are
difficulties.
you hearing that hissing sound?
No, not anymore.
Okay. All right. So you pour a whole Miller Lite into it.
Old Miller Lite.
Let me see the Miller Lite. Let's see the glass there.
Oh. It's my
It's a solid one. Okay. Never mind. I thought we were gonna have like a see it.
Doug, and then let's see.
Okay.
So it's like there, and so then I just, only about like maybe that much.
There's a lot of sugar in Mountain Dew, though.
Yes.
That's my only concern.
I'm sure you could probably still work it with like a diet Dew or something.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
I might diet do it. I probably will try that. You like it, huh?
Yeah, if I'm gonna be just drinking, if I'm gonna drink Miller Lite, I mean, now that I think this is the only way I can drink it now. I don't think I can drink it regularly.
I don't like Miller Lite anymore. It just tastes like ass to me.
Yeah, they all do. But see, I'm more of like what you're drinking there. Like I would be drinking more of those, or like the Sam Adams. But the Sam Adams is like I usually buy the variety pack where there's different flavors. So
yeah, I also bought the porch rocker
okay.
of Sam Adams this weekend because we had Missy, Corey, and Lisa over on Saturday night.
Okay. Yeah, I like that one.
All right. Well, we'll put the recipe on the blog, or we'll have that in the show notes. Gary, I want to get to the subject of my blog this week was your concert bucket list, which I gave you ahead of time. So hopefully you prepared. So I basically asked, who's on your top 5 bucket list of bands you would want to go see? Musical artists, bands that you would want to go see. So who's your number 1?
So yeah, after you sent this, I was thinking, and I'm like, I'm not really a concert guy, but I did pick out 5 that I wouldn't mind seeing. But then not like, I mean, If I see them, I see them. If I don't, I don't. But I'd say my number one right now would be Imagine Dragons.
Really? Okay. Bernie, I think, would want to go see them. Like if I was going to take Bernie to a concert, that's who I would take him to go see.
Okay.
All the kids in my Cub Scout pack loved Imagine Dragons.
Oh yeah.
So you and every 7-year-old, Gary, would be in the concert there.
Fantastic.
Now, have you ever seen Elton John
I have.
in concert? You have seen him. Okay. All right.
That's why I didn't have him on my list.
Right. Okay. So I guess it would be my number one. I didn't really rank them, but I put them in some sort of order.
Yeah.
U2 was my number one.
Okay.
I know people who've gone to see them, and they're really like the biggest.
Yeah. I didn't even think about it until I seen you, and I'm like, oh, U2. I'm like, I didn't even think of U2. I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't mind go seeing them. So,
yeah. All right, who you got number two?
So my number two, I believe, was your number two. I also selected Pearl Jam.
There you go. Yeah, that's one. I'm surprised I've not been to a Pearl Jam concert, but I know they didn't tour for a number of years because of a conflict with Ticketmaster, and now I think I'm at the age where they're kind of on a nostalgia tour. I have a friend I grew up with in Long Island who is like a Pearl Jam fanatic, and he has been all over the country to see Pearl Jam. A lot like my roommate from college, Justin's been around the country to see Fish. So, yeah, so Pearl Jam is, so we can go to that one together.
Okay. That works.
All right. And then I also put on, so my third one was Billy Joel.
Okay.
I've looked into going to see him at the Garden because he has like a residency there now, where I think he plays either once a month or every 3 months.
Yeah.
I think that would be a really good. He's a showman.
Yeah.
I know a lot of his songs. I think that would be a good show to go to.
I was thinking about him, but then I was like, well, shoot, was he with Elton John when I seen him? But I don't think he was. So I knew they did a little tour together, but I couldn't remember if it was the one I actually seen or not. So that's why I didn't ever put him on my list, because I was like, I'm not sure.
I think if you saw him, you would remember seeing him.
You would think. But
yeah, my mother and sister saw Billy Joel and Elton John together.
Okay.
Actually, down in Florida when they were living down there.
Okay.
So, who's your number three?
So my number three is the Lumineers. Another alternative. Oh crap! What was the song?
What's their song? I know the name. Oh, taking the glasses off.
It's
Don't play it because I don't want to have to pay them money.
Ophelia.
I think I know the song.
You would know. Yeah, you would know.
Yeah.
If you heard it.
All right, so Lumineers. Oh, that's a nice, fun one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then I also put the Stones, the Rolling Stones.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen them. Oh, again, another kind of legendary rock band. Again, it's getting probably close to the end.
Mm-hmm.
You're running out of time if you don't see them.
Exactly. I have also Florence and the Machine. That was another one I would like to go see. These are more on like the alternative charts. These bands.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a bunch of songs I like from them. So, I lost track. How many did we go?
Well, you had Imagine Dragons.
Yeah.
Pearl Jam.
Lumineers. Oh, okay. So I have one more.
Yep.
And the only reason why I have this one more is because of Shannon. So Adele.
Okay, I can see that. So my fifth one, I put Blink 182,
Okay.
which again is kind of like I don't even think they're together right now,
Yeah.
but I would like to go see them.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. I think it would be a fun show. So, and then I kind of added a sixth one because whenever you do like a top 5 or top 10, you have to have like a caveat.
Exactly.
So I also added Foo Fighters, but it would have been before Taylor Hawkins died.
Yeah.
So I think the interplay between Taylor Hawkins and Dave Grohl was a big part of the show. And so without him obviously being there, I think their live show's going to probably suffer a little bit. But, they play, a lot of their music is the soundtrack of our lives sort of thing. So
exactly. So true.
Now, what was the last concert you've been to, Gary?
The last Garth Brooks.
Oh,
up in
when was that?
Gainesville last year. I think it was last year.
I saw Garth Brooks as part of the Bull Run Jamboree in Manassas, Virginia, back in probably 91, 92. It was like one of the hottest days of the year. And it was before he really like became big, or I was really aware of him.
Okay.
But I did see him back in the day, so it's what, 30 years ago now. No.
Yeah,
30 years ago.
Yeah, it was last year. It was his stadium tour, and it was actually in the swamp. So
okay,
up in Gainesville there. So
good show.
Yeah, it was really good. Definitely, he definitely could. He puts on a show. I'll say that much.
Yeah, he's entertaining. All right. Let's see. We got one of the other things I added in the blog this. Well, it was today actually, but what's today? Tuesday.
Tuesday, yes.
Tuesday was I finished a book called A Gentleman in Moscow, written by Amor Towles.
Okay.
Or Toles. I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's one of my favorite books I've read probably in a number of years. And I've read 30 books this year. That was the 30th book I've read this year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I've been on like a reading binge, and it's definitely my favorite book that I've read so far this year.
Okay.
So, and then he has 2 other books that he's written. So I have like 2 other books I can go read of his now. So looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who's your favorite author, Gary?
Oh boy. If I had to select one now, it would be Christopher Moore.
Christopher Moore.
Yeah. He writes a lot.
Yeah. I know we've talked about him before. You've read a lot of his books.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. I think I have actually 2 or 3 of his newer books I still haven't read yet. So.
Okay.
But I kind of I took a very long hiatus on reading books.
Because you don't strike me as someone who reads a lot, but you do read. It's kind of a surprising aspect of you.
Yeah. I read every Tuesday when I do the news at the end of the show. It's most I read.
All right. I also, Gary, and I don't want to bring the mood of the show down, because this is not the point of the show. But I want to just talk a little bit of politics here, because I'm always interested in kind of the presidential politics.
Okay.
Yeah. So the 2024 election will be coming up in 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? That'll be November of 2024.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that how it goes? Or is it or would it be at the end?
No, the election's in 24.
Okay. Right.
All right. Yes, we have all of next year.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
And then the primaries will start in like January, February of 2024.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, we have 18 months till the primary season starts.
Yes.
Okay. Did you say thank God?
Yeah.
All right. So that was my curiosity is, how do you see the 2024 election kind of, again, we're 18 months away from the primary season, almost, 2 full years away from the actual election.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Democrats have a problem as it stands right now. But what do you kind of see the election shaping up? And you, again, are coming from a state that's going to be a key state for the election. And you may have one of the presidential candidates playing a major part coming from your state as well.
I know the state is ass backwards. I don't even know where to begin. I try to avoid everything politics anymore. I'm just, because you hear the thing, people talk this and that, and especially over on this side where DeSantis is God to all these people, and I think he's a giant moron. So I'm
why are you not a fan of DeSantis?
Because he just doesn't seem like he knows what he's doing. Like let's create a bill where we can't talk about being gay in school. But so let's worry about that and not worry about all the other stuff that's going on where people were dying of COVID and people couldn't get medication, things like that. But let's worry about teachers not being able to talk about gay in school. That's a major deal. Let's sign those papers real quick. Let's get that going out there. He just picks the stupidest stuff to do. So it's like, let's not worry about the big ticket items. Let's go with these little random stupid stuff just to get our name out there so people will love me more and more. The guy's just a total moron.
How do you think he did handling the COVID as a state? Because Florida was pretty wide open.
Well, yeah, I don't think we might have closed briefly, but other than that, everything was a free for all down here. Nobody cared. You got sick. You died. That's how he made it seem. So the guy's an idiot.
Now let me ask you: would you, if Biden runs again, if Biden's around, come the 2024 election, are you voting for him? Regardless of who's running against him?
No, I have to see who's if it's someone that's legit, that not just out there just to say what people want to hear, then maybe I'll think about it. But I don't know. I have a feeling Biden may not, even though, I mean, I think it was a one-term guy and that was it. I don't think.
Isn't that going to be odd though? Like for a president to just kind of relinquish the presidency for a shot at the second term?
That's true. I mean, yeah, thinking about it now throughout my life,
it's not happened in our lifetime.
No, presidents always either they ran and lost or they ran and won again. But yeah, I don't know. It would be interesting to see. I mean, I would assume it's health wise that the reason why he would do it. But I mean, if he runs,
and then the other thing is, who, if it's not Biden for the Democrats, then who is it?
I would assume it would be Harris.
Would you? Now, let me ask you: would you vote for her?
I would. Yeah.
No questions asked. If she's running, she's got your vote.
Yeah. Actually, my original wasn't Biden to begin with. I was going to vote for Buttigieg.
I thought he would have been a better candidate.
That's who I wanted, but then he bowed out. So, but yeah, I would vote for Harris.
Now, do you think Buttigieg is going to be hampered by the transportation aspects that's been going on with the airports and gasoline? And
Nah.
do you think that hurts him as a maybe potential 2024 candidate?
No. I mean, he doesn't run the gas companies, so he has no say in any of that stuff. So, and I mean, really, has an airport ever been run steady? Never.
No.
So I don't put any of this on him. He's just getting stuck with the low end of the stick here with stupid stuff that's going on.
All right. Well, I'm sure we'll be talking more, diving a little bit more into that as as the weeks and months go on and we get closer to that. But I just wanted to kind of throw out a feeler there to get Gary's perspective. Yeah. Now, Gary, did I see something on? I don't know if it was on Facebook or somewhere on social media. Did you guys post something about the Distracted Dads podcast?
So yeah, last Thursday we did do an episode, but we're still he's still working on getting everything. Problem was the site that we had ran out, so he had to now go back in and renew and all this stuff, and then try to go all that. So I did fix some of the stuff on Podbean. You know, I added like all of our social media sites and everything. So. And he's been trying to find the old stuff that the kind of little bits that we did do and kind of throw those out there first. So I would say probably next week, you'll see a couple episodes popping up.
Nice. And now I want to call him Chad. It was funny when he came on last week, Paul McKendry. Yes. My friend Chad, who I started golfing with last year from the grocery store, looks just like Paul.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah. And I was laughing because you know how you used to call Corey the State College Brian?
Mm-hmm.
And then Paul was on the show. I'm like, geez, that looks just like Chad. I feel like I'm talking to Chad. It's like wherever we go, we meet like the same person. Yeah. So, and then the John, who's part of the Distracted Dads podcast, that's not John Cremella.
It is.
It is John Cremella. Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yep.
Because no one mentioned him by last name. So.
Yes.
Okay, and you've known John for how long have you known John and Paul?
I've known John.
John Paul. Did they call you Ringo?
John Paul.
John Paul and Gary.
No, John, I've known since I moved down here in 2004. So.
Did you guys work it out back together?
No, actually, his wife, his wife worked with Shannon back in the day.
Okay.
At New York and Company, and that's how we ended up.
You guys met. Okay.
And then John and Paul have been friends forever, so I just kind of started hanging out with John more and more, and then kind of just started hanging out with Paul. So now it seems like I hang out with Paul more than I do John.
And now, how close do those guys live to you?
So Paul's probably about maybe 20 minutes up the road, and John's probably like 15.
Okay.
Yeah, we're right there. So like when we usually go out in Dunedin, usually I'll drive to John's house, and then he'll drive up to Dunedin, and then we'll hang out there, and then I'll drive back from his house when we're done.
So they live south of you?
North. They live north.
They live north.
Yeah.
Okay.
They live up towards like Clearwater and stuff. So.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to hearing the show. So hopefully that you guys get moving with that. The How charts came out Friday. Did you get a chance to listen to me on the How charts?
I did. I was going through all the songs and I was like, man, I only know a couple of these. This wasn't the 87 like I was thinking they were going to. There were some weird songs out there.
Yeah, there were a few ones I wasn't familiar with at all. Others I was like somewhat familiar with, passing familiarity with.
Yes.
The surprise, I think, was the number one song, which was a U2 song.
Mm-hmm.
How completely like off the charts it was.
Yeah.
Like everything else on that How chart, you could tell was from the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And then the U2 song is like, where is this from?
Yeah, exactly.
And
I don't even know if I knew that U2 song either. That was the weird thing. I don't know if I've ever even heard this one before. Which one? Because what was it? It was I should pull it up.
I can't think of it. I can't think of the title of it or the rhythm of it. But now I noticed, Gary, listening to it. So we recorded that on a Saturday night before I left for Cub Scout camp.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed something listening back to it that I have like this. It's like a subconscious thing, like a tick, where it sounds like I'm sucking my teeth or something.
Oh,
like
I don't think
something like that.
I don't think I've ever heard it.
That's all I hear. That's all I hear when I'm listening to it. So I have to. I'm trying to make a conscious decision or choice to not do that. So now, when you listen to anything with me, you'll be like, my gosh! You'll be like, oh, so it'll make your skin. Uh-oh, what happened here? Okay. See that there must be like a ghost in the machine here where it just like lowers my volume.
Does it really?
And I just saw the thing like pop up and then just the volume go right down. Like, what? I'm not even touching anything. Maybe it's when I make that sound on my
See, my thing is my sniffing. I try not, because I with my giant nostrils and my allergies, I'm always doing that. So I've been trying not to do it like that, or if we're talking, we're doing so, I'll kind of like lean back but I know
I heard that one.
This mic picks up freaking everything. So I've been trying to be conscious about it, where I don't do it as much. So,
and I'm not someone because what we're doing basically is public speaking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're just having a conversation, but we know it's going to be recorded, and the 12 people who click on it will listen to it for the 2 minutes that they listen to it, other than the good doctor, Greg Novak, who listened to the whole thing.
Exactly.
But I think it's maybe taking me a few weeks to kind of here it goes again, to get used to like speaking in public again. Because again, like my kids, like I've almost stopped talking to my kids because they don't listen or they don't want to talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? My wife kind of doesn't want to talk to me or listen to either. So I'm like, and then I don't even talk much at work anymore because I'm not like in a social setting.
Yeah.
So it's like I've almost like lost my touch of how to talk. So I think, maybe this week I'll be a little bit better, and then maybe next week even better yet.
Oh yeah. It'll get there. It'll get there.
Yeah.
See, that's see me teaching all the time. Like I'm constantly talking. So it's like there's a couple times in that I'm like, I just want to sit around and not talk. But
he's gonna get us flagged.
I know. You can't be walking around topless. We're in a show. It's a good thing you're 21 years old.
All right. One more item I want to talk about before we get to your segment.
Okay.
So it was announced this week, Vince McMahon has retired from the WWE.
I didn't see that
at all.
No. Out of all
my.
the social media that I usually scroll on, I see nothing about.
I'm breaking that to you.
Yes.
Oh my
Broke
gosh.
it when in the beginning when you had said it, and I was like, yeah. I mean, I remember we had the little news a couple weeks ago about it, but
Right. Well, he had stepped down as the CEO, but he was still in charge of creative. And then this past week, he announced he's 77. It's time for him to retire. Now, he's run that company, Gary, since 1982.
Mm-hmm.
That's when he took over he bought the company from his father. So he's run that company for 40 years, basically our entire lifetime.
Yeah.
And, you think about the role pro wrestling, WWE, WWF has played in our lives, our friendship.
Yep.
In college, we had, the Monday Night Wars were going on.
Mm-hmm.
We would get together. We had special brownies.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone came together. We were supposed to go to WrestleMania 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
As a kid, all I did was play with the wrestling figures, the LJN, rubber wrestling figures. Yeah. So it's kind of a monumental end of an era.
It is. That's crazy.
When it comes to that, Triple H, his son-in-law, will be taking over creative.
Okay.
So this past Monday night was the first episode of Raw where Triple H was in, they would call it, the gorilla seat or creative role.
Yeah.
So it got very good reviews. The first episode of Raw with Triple H, I enjoyed it. So, that's hopefully some good things to come. SummerSlam is going to be on Saturday night.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. Are you planning on watching? Apparently not.
I don't. It's the problem with being off from school is I don't know what day it is anymore. I'm confused. Like I just don't know what's going on. And then now traveling from East Coast to West Coast, it's been a pain in the butt. So, I mean, this should be it. Once I go home tomorrow, I should be good for a while. So,
all right. Hopefully for you it is. One more quick question, Gary, for you.
Yeah. Yep.
Are you into emo music?
I mean, I guess I would have to know, like, if I heard something and I'd be like, oh yeah, I like this song. I don't really know exactly what emo music is, so
there was an article on the Ringer today that I was reading about. It was the 20th anniversary of My Chemical Romance's first album, I guess.
Okay.
Which I know the name, My Chemical Romance. I couldn't tell you the name, like a song that they sing or how it goes.
I know them.
But I'm thinking the emo kind of became popular, like top 40, top 100 popular in about probably 2002, 2003, 2004.
Mm-hmm.
And that was when I had the two kids. So that's like kind of when I started disconnecting from pop culture.
Okay.
So I feel like I missed the boat on emo. But there's a few songs and artists that I'm familiar with.
Yeah. Okay. Now, see, looking at this, a lot of these bands that are on this list of emo music are ones I listen to on the alternative channel that I listen to all the time. So I guess I do.
So you're a secret emo guy.
I guess I am an emo guy. Oh man, now I gotta go get a whole new wardrobe.
Pull your bangs down. There you go. Now you're emo. Yeah. Emo Gary.
Emo. Oh man.
Oh.
All right, so maybe I'll put the link on that in the Substack podcast post, so people can listen to. I was listening to it actually before the show, and Yellow Card. Oh, there goes the volume again. It happened again with the volume.
Oh, jeez.
The Yellow Card, Ocean Avenue.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's an emo song, apparently. I remember that one from American Eagle. And, what's the other one?
Yeah, this.
Sugar, You're Going Down. We're going down, down.
Oh, yeah.
You know which one I'm talking about. Yeah, Bullet. That one. But, yeah, so apparently that's emo as well. And Dashboard Confessional, which I've heard of, but again, I couldn't tell you what their main song is.
Panic at the Disco, My Chemical Romance, 30 Seconds to Mars, Plain White Tees. So yeah, they're
Jimmy Eat World is another one.
Jimmy Eat World was up on the top when I was looking at Paramore.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I was like, oh man, I guess I do like a lot of emo. Huh.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
So tomorrow you should go to Hot Topic and buy yourself a black studded belt.
Okay.
All right. That's your homework.
I'll be right on that.
All right, Gary, you ready for
I am ready. Maybe. Hold on.
Got to turn that up.
We crank that up to there, and then we do this.
And now it's time for Gary's News of the Weird. All right, Gary, what do you got for us this week?
All right. So our first story is this is all from the New York Post, I found. And we have I'm sick with Alice in Wonderland syndrome. It's like floating out of body. A woman with the rare condition dubbed Alice in Wonderland syndrome has revealed she's living anything but a fairy tale. Etta Shaheen, 41, was left bedridden.
Hold on, Gary.
Yes.
Gary, hold on. Because my computer is acting up again. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hold on. I can't hear you. This thing is ridiculous. Come on already. Can you hear me now? Okay. All right.
I can hear you.
All right. So Alice in Wonderland
Syndrome. Yes.
syndrome.
So Etta Shaheen, 41, was left bedridden for 2 years as the debilitating condition, which feels like she's floating outside of her body, left her unable to even shower. Oh, goodness. The Las Vegas resident noticed something was wrong toward the end of 2019, recalling feeling off balance and like her head was filled with cotton wool. However, when she visited doctors, they told her it was nothing more than common anxiety. Let's see. When she was rushed to the hospital to start of 2020 after collapsing while doing the laundry, leaving her violently vomiting and unable to stand, she knew something was seriously wrong. My heart was pounding, I was sweating, I was extremely cold, and I thought I had a stroke or heart attack, she told Jam Press and Need to Know online. I realized I was completely unable to walk and barely able to talk. Desperate to find out what was wrong with her, her partner Michael sought out an ear, nose, and throat doctor who diagnosed her with chronic vestibular migraines, which causes persistent postural perceptual dizziness and the little-known Alice in Wonderland syndrome.
Now, to me, Gary, it sounds like she's been drinking too much Miller Lite and Mountain Dew.
I think that could be it. I'm getting the Alice in Wonderland syndrome.
Now, what do you think? Do you think this is a real thing?
So, I mean, yeah, it sounded like it was an actual, but it was more of a, I mean, it was a very long term, and it was more of like a massive migraine, but I don't know. And they just need to make it something fancy. So
I know people who suffer from migraines.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jill has some every once in a while, and it seems like a crappy thing to have.
Shannon used to until she got that one piercing in her ear, and now like it doesn't bother her as much anymore. So.
Yeah.
All right, and then our last story here today is oh, come on. Stupid. Naked Florida man climbs onto big rig, throws highway into chaos. I had to find one. A nude man threw a Florida commute into chaos last week after he scampered across several highway lanes and hopped on the bed of a semi-trailer, according to a reporter. Let me do this real quick so I can give you a nice little view of it. Can you see it or no?
Well, yeah, if you look in the red circle, we can see said man.
Okay. So, startled Sarasota drivers stopped to observe the mayhem on Interstate 75 at about 4 p.m. on June 30th and posted footage of the incident to social media, as we can see right there. All right, we can stop sharing now. A Florida man turmoil, the unidentified nudist executed his dash and mount amid driving rain and moving cars. Some concerned motorists called 911 and deputies took the man into protective custody. Oh, gee, that was a better picture, but I don't really want to put that out there. We were able to transport him to a local hospital for a mental health evaluation, said Sarasota County Sheriff's Office spokesman Douglas Johnson.
That's a good start.
While we don't know what may have precipitated this man's actions, it's apparent that he was exhibiting abnormal behavior. Duh.
Really?
Johnson told Fox 13, this was a very dangerous situation for the man and the motorists traveling the interstate at that time. We're thankful we were able to resolve the situation safely. And of course, that would have to happen down in Sarasota. It's just south of where I live. So,
Gary, what would have to happen for you to end up on the back of a rig, naked, during rush hour, naked?
Man, that would have to be a really good drug night, I guess, because that's the only way that's happening. I mean, even drinking, like, I mean, even if I was drinking all night, I don't think that I wouldn't be doing that. I'd have to be on some funky stuff to be doing that.
Yeah, I'd have to be like overboard, and then like a bunch of you like betting me to do that.
Yeah.
It'd be like the bet to end all bets.
Yeah.
Like I bet you don't take your clothes off and jump on the that truck right over there. I'd be like, watch me. Hold my beer, Gary.
Hold on, yeah. I got this.
All right. And that's all for
Gary's News of the World.
Are you supposed to play your outro music?
Yeah, I know. I set up the other one instead. I'm like a whole new world.
It's that Mountain Dew.
There we go. Yeah.
And that's Gary's News of the Weird.
Great.
All right, Gary. So a few more minutes, and then we're going to be heading out here. So our friend Jay is heading down to Florida this week. Oh my God,
yeah.
this thing.
I know.
Hold on a second, because I'm having trouble with the mic again.
You can't hear this, can you? Can you hear this?
I can hear you.
Oh, now you can hear me?
You're crackling again, but not as bad as it was earlier.
Oh,
No, you're good now. I can hear you perfect.
it's
I can hear you.
okay. So Jay is supposed to be heading down to Florida.
I know. I have to call him. Shoot.
He's heading down next week early. I don't want to give it away in case. Excuse me.
God bless you.
Now you can't hear me again.
Yeah, I can.
Oh, okay. He said he's not renting a car because I said, "Are you going to see Gary while you're down there?" And he said, "I guess you were going to try and head over to see him."
Yeah, usually we'll try to go over to that side.
Yeah, but he said he's
Orlando.
the middle. He said he's not renting a car, so
I don't think he did last time.
yeah. So all right.
I have to get a hold of him because I knew it was coming up. But I have to like text him and find out what actual days he'll be here. So.
Well, I was texting him yesterday because I've been helping out at the bingo at church, volunteering. So I was texting him because the last few years, except for the COVID years, we would volunteer to help make the potato pancakes for Dixon Days, which is what our church does. This year he won't be able to do it because he's going to be down in Florida. So I texted him like, "Oh, you should come help volunteer at bingo, even if it's just like an hour and a half at the end to clean up and take the garbage out and stuff." And he said, I will, but he goes, not next week. I'll be in Florida. So,
yep. Yeah.
So, and I went to one practice to learn how to be a bingo caller. Here goes volume again. So, that may be happening soon.
Oh, nice.
Where I'll be, B15. So
you got to be precise.
It's actually harder than you would think. And hold on, because my microphone is. Oh my gosh!
I would say so, especially with a lot of these older people that play bingo.
Hold on. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't. You don't say those numbers or those
letters
correct.
Hold on a second.
It will tear you apart.
Hold on. Can you give me a thumbs up if you can hear me on the microphone? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I want to try something.
I can hear you perfectly fine.
Say something.
Hello. Hello.
Say it again.
Hello.
Okay. How does it sound?
You're fine.
Okay. It's a lot harder than it seems to be a bingo caller. And I think the technology has evolved since like when I was a kid playing bingo.
So there's no more just the
No, there's not. So you get the ball out of the thing.
Okay.
Out of like the machine. And then they display it on a camera.
I've seen that.
So when I played as a kid, the bingo guy got the ball and he said, B15, and then he would put it down and then the B15 would be blinking on like the big board.
The big, yeah.
You never saw the ball. You just took their word for it.
Yeah.
So this one, the ball comes up on the camera. They let it sit there. They'll say the first ball is up, so people can look at the monitor and see what ball it is. There's like a monitor that gives 20 seconds, and then it beeps. And then that's when you call B15. You take the next ball out of the machine and put that one in front of the camera. Take the B15 ball, put it in the grid. You press down on it. That starts the counter like for 15 seconds. And then when that beeps, then you call, N33, and then you take the next ball out.
Oh my God.
It's not what you would think, right?
No.
I'm thinking I'll go Monday nights after work and volunteer, and
Yeah.
no, I'll be sweating, make sure. And if you mess up, I've seen it twice where those bingo players will jump on you.
They'll tear you apart.
Yeah. So one of the guys who runs it, Frank, he's actually involved in the Boy Scout troop at the church. So he's going to be away for like 2 weeks in August to for camping. So they're going to need callers. So I think they're trying to like work me in so I can call while he's on vacation. But yeah, it'll be interesting. So it's that. Is anything else new for you on the week here? Anything big coming up?
No. Head back home tomorrow, and then that's it. Then just kind of get ready for. I think I got one more week until school. So
I was gonna say, when do you guys go back?
the 10th.
Ooh, that's early.
Yep. So. Oh yeah. Good times.
All right. So we'll have a safe trip back to the East Coast
I will. Thank you.
tomorrow.
East Coast.
And I guess that's it.
Yep.
As always, thank you for listening. My co-host extraordinaire, Gary McDaniel. I'm Brian Lennon. Thank you for listening to the Brian Lennon Show. We'll see you next week. Have a great week.